How you doing, man? I'm trying to put women and kids into perspective, man. And sexual drive. I'm just gonna call it drive. If you've ever had like a sexual appetite or a sexual, it's look at it like this, dude. I'm talking about human nature. Okay, this is something that you don't get to hear anywhere. But it's if you check out what I'm telling you, you're gonna see it makes perfect sense because there's always gonna be the laws of nature that's always gonna be true. Whether you grew up in an era where nobody told you about it or not, it's true. If you ever identified your sexual appetite, desire to grab a woman and fuck her, why is that? Realistically, it's just like the animals, the male animals that battle and the top dog gets to mate because it's always they want the finest species to create robust and strong animals. I mean, all the little runts don't get no pussy, dude. Okay, so that's what it's about, dude. And if you look at it, we're talking about you and your desire to have a footprint on Earth. It's all part of the bundled package. Man wants a footprint on Earth. And I'm going to tell you that the seizing of the woman, the attractive woman, to make attractive kids by probably a more robust man than the runt. It's just a matter of simple genetics, okay? Otherwise, if all the runts had kids, then the humans would be declining. So that's one reason why they get first choice. People work out and build muscles. It's pretty obvious. But here's my point, dude. I don't know what kind of fantasy bullshit you've been told, but look at it like this. Don't you want a car? Don't you want a house? Don't you want all kind of things? It's all part of your footprint, dude. Owning a home. This is mine. This is my possession. I own this home. I own it. You don't get to come here and touch it unless I say. It's the same thing with your woman and your kids. It's all about a man having possessions. I know it's a little of a stretch to say, but I own these kids. I own this woman. I own this house. I own this car. And you motherfuckers don't get to touch it. You don't get to take it from me. It's mine, motherfucker. It's what I have. It makes me have a good, rich, robust life, you know? You go to the guitar store, you buy a guitar. This is my guitar. You don't touch my guitar because I have it. This is not yours, okay? It's mine. I own it. I bought it. I own it. It's part of my footprint. If I have 3 cars, okay, but if I have a lot of kids and I have a lot of women and I have a woman, and I'll go so far as to say most normal men want more women than just one. Don't like it. Men don't want one woman, they want numerous women. If you're honest, guys don't want just one woman. They really don't. They want to have a primary woman, but they want to always have more women. They always want a primary woman, but they always want other secondary women. If you're being honest and you're not using restraint. But anyway, that's the natural thing. It gets complicated in communities where people are already sectioned off and respecting boundaries. Like I said, a woman, it's in the Ten Commandments. Don't covet thy neighbor's wife. That means to say that wife is another man's wife. It's just like another man's house, another man's guitar, another man's whatever he has. So if there was a single woman, a man would want another woman if it was a single available woman in addition to his wife. And he'd want to fuck her and have some illegitimate kids. If you're being honest, if you look at things realistically, so that's why it feels good, and that's why people want to have a guitar. People want to have a house. Hell, let's get serious, dude. Wouldn't you rather have 5 houses? Yeah, I'd rather have 5 houses. I'd rather have 6 houses. I'd rather have 10 cars. I'd rather have a fucking airplane. I mean, the sky's the limit. I'd like to own the whole fucking earth if I could. And own every woman on it. And own every fucking kid on it, dude. I'd like to own it all and have it all and be the richest man on earth. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm being serious. So, that's just like a flower that shoots its seeds all across the field, so the whole field's covered in flowers. It's like when the Asian carp comes to Lake Michigan. Motherfuckers are everywhere, dude. I'm talking about come on, dude. I think we know this. Or do we know this? And that's my point, dude. If you look at what you really is natural, it's called striving and being your best and being productive. Why do you think I work around the clock to get more? You know? If you could be honest, it'd be nice to have everything, dude. So, that's all I'm trying to point out, dude. And that's why, if a woman blocks you, she's taken away something worse and more. Then try to imagine how stupid it would feel if somebody said, "Oh, you can't drive your car. Oh, you can't go into your own house." What? That's crazy. Oh, you can't see your kid. A woman says, "Oh, you can't have access to your woman." What? What? That's bad. Okay? It's not what man wants. That's the concept of jail. When a man is no longer allowed to have nothing. He has no possessions. He's sitting in a fucking cell getting nothing. No woman, no kids, no possessions. He's sitting housed in jail. And that's why black people are dumb. That's why the jails are full of black people, because they don't fucking think. They're fucked. Those guys are screwed. There's no way you're going to try to convince me otherwise. Okay, like I told you, human nature is to have more, and that's why it hurts. That's why maybe it doesn't hurt, but that's why it is not agreeable to the man to have it said he cannot access his woman. He cannot access his kids. Man does not like that. Any more than a man would have a same reaction if it was said that a man cannot enter his house. What the fuck? This is my house. Man cannot drive his own car. Fuck you, I don't like that. That's not right. It's the same concept, if not worse, to someone to say you cannot access your woman. You always want to access your woman, and you want to access your kids. And that's why I'm telling you about the sickness of liberalism. The twisted shit that you hear about being a fag. It's a poison. It's there to sicken Earth. Because man wants kids. Man wants a woman, dude. And that's why I don't understand. And I don't understand this gay shit. And I know that it's meant as a punishment for man, dude. A man's being punished when he's gay, dude, because he's not having kids. He's not. It's just my opinion, dude. I'm talking about nature. And I'm talking about the reason why it's bullshit if you can't access your kids or your woman, dude. And I'm telling you, that's the nature. If the natural state is like I just explained, a man wants his kids, a man wants his woman, a man wants his house. If a man could have his way, he'd own 10 houses. You know, he'd have 10 million. He'd have 10 cars. He'd have a helicopter. Man wants everything. He wants to have it all. Let's get serious, dude. And that's the human nature, dude. And those are the bad things, the things that man doesn't like, and all the confusing things. And if man could afford it, listen, if man could afford it, he would fuck 100 women and have 200 fucking kids. If man had the money to do so, unencumbered by the laws of fucking the USA, dude, the natural state is for a man to flourish, just like the seeds are shot across the field and there's 100 fucking flowers of that particular type all across the field. Sex drive, you want 24 kids, man. That's the natural state. That's the true bigness that is healthy and totally fucking okay. Like it or not, man. And that's your report on the true state of human man.